Welcome back to Magic in the Metroplex. We have magician, illusionist extraordinaire Rick Walker today. How you doing, Rick? Nice to have you on the show. Tell us a little bit about your background. It seems like I ask this question to everybody, but it's something that I want to know for myself and the viewing public as well.
Well, I got started as a very young performer. I had a cousin in the family that was a professional magician and kind of influenced me, but I guess the most influence on my life, and probably a lot of the other magicians that have come by, is Mark Wilson with his Magic Line of Alakazam, which was airing in the 50s and 60s. And now we'll give our age away, but I was infatuated with it, and really, you know, that was my major goal every week, was to see the show. And so my folks saw the reaction I had and encouraged me, and we went to one of those little magic shops that you're enchanted with, that everyone does. I didn't have a magic land as we have in Dallas now, but I had to travel some distance, but they were very encouraging, and I picked a lot of things up very quickly. As with kids starting with their small ropes and boxes, I started with the larger things, which we call illusions. I think one of the first things I ever got, my dad built me an escape trunk. And this is one of the first things I had, rather than the small things.
Yeah, the little slide with the penny changing to the dime.
Right, I didn't get that till later.
And now, where was this at? If you're not from Dallas?
No, I'm from Mississippi.
Mississippi.
I lived there. And as I grew up, my sister and I were a team together. And we performed for Lions Clubs. I never shall forget my first show. I got paid 50 cents. I was ready to retire. Nowadays, I wish I could get 50 cents sometime. No. But that's how I started, and we worked together. And when I got into college, she would come over and work with me, and I worked my way through college doing shows for clubs and banquets. And then we went on to become the ambassador for the state of Mississippi and traveled to, I know Canada was one of our highlights. We were there for 2 weeks representing our state, doing the illusions and so forth.
So you're, quote, international now. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes, yes.
You just got back from Germany, as a matter of fact.
We did. Back in March, we competed in one of the largest competitions in the United States, the Las Vegas Magic Seminar.
Siegfried and Roy is the sponsors for that.
And we placed in the top 5. And from there, an agent saw us, called, and we were off to Europe for 6 weeks. We were in Germany touring. That was an experience. The people were great, but when you're traveling like we do, we left. I have 3 girls and a boy that work with me in our large show. There were all of us and almost 3 tons of equipment and costumes. And
did you fly it in, or did you ship it in?
We flew everything. Everything had to be crated, pressed. We had to sit there and make sure that we weren't forgetting anything. But it was an experience. Our first week was kind of traumatic in that the airlines misplaced our closing illusion for the show, and it sat at Gatwick Airport for a week on the docks. No one seemed to know where it was, and here's this huge crate with markings all over it, but yet they couldn't find it. But it all worked out. Well,
that's always fun to get the adrenaline pumping and the panic setting in and everything.
If it all went right, I wouldn't know what to do. I tell you, know.
Exactly. But you do designs as well, and does this? What kind of design is it? Just kind of help me along here.
Okay. Yes, we do design work to hold up that slack when the magic's not happening. I create windows for stores and things, which is still in the theatrical realm and has helped me a lot in the magic. We try and design all of our sets, we make them, and our costumes, so that it's kind of original. So all of it hand in hand works together.
And that kind of builds on your wardrobe, I guess, all your costuming and everything. And that reminds me, I guess it does. I saw you do an illusion with costumes, and you had a lot of the, it's called a costume trunk.
Exactly.
And a girl appears wearing the pick dress, whatever dress they pick of the bunch. And or those are original dresses where you go.
One of them is truly an original that we got at MGM's studios. The rest we have copied, shall we say. But it adds to the, as we call it, the illusion of the trick. And it's a nice illusion. So
that is your mainstream. You don't do anything other than illusions in window design?
That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that does help you in the theatricals by having the wardrobe. And does that help you create any? You say, well, that'd look good on a magic stage. You're working on someone's window?
Oh, yes, definitely. In fact, I'm usually, when we're dressing a mannequin or putting together something, we're constantly thinking about how this would look on stage. Could it be adapted? Can we add a rhinestone or some fringe or something to it?
So your company name is Rick Walker Magical Productions?
That's correct.
Or RW Enterprises?
Well, it's a division of RW Innovations.
Oh, Innovations.
Which that's the parent company, but we are in the Yellow Pages under Magicians.
Okay.
And it's.
I have your number.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and put that on the screen.
I don't do children's shows per se. We used to do birthday parties, but
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and there are a lot of people out there that do things that, particularly in the clown and things that appeal more to children, and that's their market, and go for it. I like to do our show is very Las Vegas oriented. Very pretty girls, one of which you just saw, and you'll see her again in a moment. And Cheryl's been with me now, I guess, 4 or 5 years. She's my chief assistant, and right, left hand, and everything else. She and my male assistant, whose name is Joey, without the two of them, I don't think I could pull it off.
So it'll be okay. I know what you mean. More support needs to be there.
You've got to have those people there that believe in you and can come through for you.
There might be 1,000 people there at a time, and it's say, come on, Rick, you can do it. It'll be good.
They more or less keep me calm is what happens.
You open it up, and there is 1,000, 2,000 people out there, or more in most cases.
Oh, yes.
Especially, I guess, when you're touring the country. It's good to have companionships and friends along, too.
You better believe it.
It's a lonely old road out there. Yeah. Well, if you'd like to book you, Rick, if the people out there would like to book your show, your phone number is area code 214-484-4994.
A lot of fours.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to remember that one.
Yeah.
But that's Rick Walker's Magical Productions.
You got it.
Cheating there a little bit. Got cheat sheets. That's okay. We all need cheat sheets a little bit. But you did bring some more magic with us?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Well,
it's one of our smaller illusions, but it was something we could work here in the studio for you.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Have you ever competed? I always talk to magicians.
Yes, I have. Very little. One of my first conventions was competition, and we won. And from then on, I've never competed anymore. I haven't, except for this last year in the Desert Seminar. But that was more for exposure than anything else, just to get us in front of the people there in Vegas, the right people that could really help us.
How long have you been in Texas?
Going on 13 years.
13 years, so I guess. And you've never had the desire to compete in the Texas convention? Or?
Not really. I did one of the TAOMs, which is short for Texas Association of Magicians. But that's probably some 15, 16 years ago.
But now you're the headlining act.
Right.
But, you just got finished doing that, I guess. And,
yes, we did our show that we took over to Europe.
Okay, we'll hopefully have a location shot of some of that stuff in the near future, or at least maybe part of the convention. Maybe we're thinking about going and filming some of it, so maybe we can get some footage and put that on there. Yeah. Okay. Well, Rick, you getting ready?
I'm ready when you are.
We'll be right back. With some more magic in the Metroplex for Rick Walker and a teaching session for you aspiring magicians out there. Don't go away.